despite your busy schedule. We also extend a warm welcome to Dr. Rajesh S. Kokre, Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Director General, Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council, BRIC, and Chairman, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, for his gracious presence at this important event. I now request Dr. Jitendra Sharma, Director, NIAB, to kindly escort our dignitaries for the lamp lighting ceremony.
या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः दैवे सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
I now request Director Ma'am to escort our esteemed dignitaries onto the dais.
इधर हो जाए ये टूट जाएगा छोड़ दो हम नहीं अरे you want to for the benefit of photograph, but I said don't remove it, just push it aside.
As a symbol of NIAB's Nature Club initiative, which promotes environmental consciousness, sustainability, I now request Madam to kindly welcome our dignitaries by presenting a potted plant. I would now like to invite Dr. Jitendra Sharma, Director, NIAB, to deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar, good afternoon. It is a very important day and a very auspicious day too. And it's indeed a great honor to extend a warm and humble welcome to Honorable Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Science and Technology. Earth Sciences, PMO, Atomic Energy, Space and Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions at this premier institute of DBT, BRIC, National Institute of Animal Biotechnology. Sir, this day shall always be marked as an important day in the professional journey of this institute indeed. I take this opportunity with real gratitude, deep gratitude to Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, our esteemed Secretary DBT, DG BRIC, for his unwavering support, encouragement, and constant motivation to this institute and, of course, to all of us, and to make this day happen. Very kind of Honorable Minister and to you, Mr. Secretary. The trust and encouragement extended by both DBT as well as the ministry, it has been instrumental to enable this institute to translate the cutting-edge research into real-world solution, particularly for India's livestock canvas and beyond. I also extend my welcome to my esteemed colleague directors, Dr. Ulhas Kolthur, Director CDFD, and Dr. Karthikeyan, Director TISTI, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Chaudhary, IAS Additional PS to Honorable Minister, and also Mr. Jay Prakash. All the NIABians, their students, fellows. A while ago, Honorable Minister has stated it'll be nice if we shrink some of the activities planned over there, but he would like to interact with all of you. Many thanks, sir. We shall be honored to do that. This is a day to mark the public release of the technologies developed by this institution. I really welcome all the people present in the hall from state government, people from press and media, and our industry partners who could make it for this afternoon to be amongst us, veterinary officers who are escorting, last but not least, surely, our livestock farmers who are here to witness this important day and directly to have a dialogue with Honorable Mantriji that how these technologies would really be impactful and helpful. We would really acknowledge to value our academia, industry, and others while we celebrate this day, and looking forward for all the activities which we have, precisely the release of our technologies. Thank you very much, Jai Hind.
Before I invite Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Secretary DBT, DG BRIC, Chairman BRIC, to deliver his address, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge his remarkable contributions. Dr. Gokhale is widely regarded as the architect of the Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council, BRIC, a visionary initiative that has brought India's biotech research institutions under one umbrella, fostering synergy, innovation, and translational outcomes. Under his leadership, BRIC has become a driving force for impactful biotech solutions. Sir, I would like to welcome you for your address.
Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Dr. Taru Sharma, Director of BRIC-NIAB, Director CDFD, Director THSTI, my colleagues, scientific and administrative staff members of National Institute of Animal Biotechnology, students, postdoctoral fellows, and colleagues from various media and farmers who are here. Actually, it's such a wonderful day. Actually, it has been. I know all of you have been waiting for Honorable Minister to come and visit this institution. Actually, for past couple of years, we've been requesting him, and he's so busy actually in various activities. Of course, as many of you may know, he in fact close to 8 secretaries report to him actually. And he is one of those most busiest person in the entire cabinet ministers. And I think it's been really grateful, sir. Thank you very much for taking time. In fact, on the Rakhi Day, which is such a wonderful occasion to really come here and take time and meet with farmers, students, and scientific activities. I think it's been very gracious of you, sir, to be over here. I think your motivation and your kind of guidance have always provided us momentum and energy to grow further ahead in various areas of this. So just to give you a background, sir, NIAB is actually one of the unique institution in Ministry of Science and Technology, actually, not just Department of Biotechnology, because it actually works on advancing animal health, welfare, and productivity through various biotech interventions, and it's got these large animal farms which you just visited and had a chance to look at it actually. So it's really the critical interface that it plays between the animal science and the human health, and which is becoming more and more relevant and very important from the point of view, because large number of diseases actually now transmit from animals to human health perspective actually. It also contributes to addresses the issue of zoonosis, food security, and One Health imperatives, which are very, very critical and important to study from a point of view. I think the other important contribution that this institution is making is in terms of rural economy actually. And you can see all the farmers who are here today, actually livestock farmer, in terms of trying to ensure that the livestock productivity enhancement and disease control is always under the check and the radar. And several technologies, sir, today that are going to be launched actually are related to these actually. In fact, 4 of these. And I think 2 of these technologies are related to mastitis and swelling of udders in cows. One of them actually identifies the mastitis in the animals. And the second one also examines the antimicrobial resistance kit, which detects these kind of activities actually. I think the other third technology has got to do with brucellosis, a very chronic and debilitating zoonotic disease that affects several livestock and species and humans. And I think it's been a real challenge to develop a diagnostic that distinguishes between vaccination and unvaccinated animals. And finally, sir, the fourth technology that is actually which is already being shared, is really got to do with the single cell parasite toxoplasma, which is again a livestock and public health challenge actually. In fact, it kind of again one of those that transmits from animals to humans. Is being a simple dipstick has been developed with a very good sensitivity and specificity that has already been transferred to technologies. I should congratulate all the scientists and all the technology partners and the industry players who are taking these technologies ahead actually. I'm sure this successful journeys will make all of us empowered and make this amazing stories of how India can make in India programs and how we can really make difference to future of our country's progress in variety of ways. So scientifically as well, this organization has a lot of interesting programs that are going on with respect to diagnostics, disease, vaccines, and next generation therapeutics that are likely to come out of for the animal health, as well as the genomics and the breeding context have been marker assisted selection and genome guided productivity traits are being developed and looked at it. So sometime back, a GAU chip was developed actually, and I think it's now being taken up over by NDRI Karnal, because they are the one who are combining all these markers together to come up with the larger chip actually, which is actually assisting breeding in these activities. So as you inaugurated, the animal cell stem cell bank and culturing and biobanking is also one of the key perspective, and this is first of its time in the country. We also would like to inform you, sir, during the COVID time, PM Care in fact provided us an opportunity to set up a vaccine testing facility here actually. And the VTF facility was set up here, which was supposed to do all sorts of vaccine testing now, and is now being developed further with the lack of, I think the only one laboratory was missing, and I think CDSO approval will be given to this vaccine testing facility for the future of, so along with Kasoli, sir, this will be another center that will actually test vaccines for it. And since Hyderabad has all the vaccine manufacturers over here, it will be easy for them to do batch testing and all these activities actually. In fact, sir, this was funded through the PM Care fund in the initially part, and now department is funding it through its own funding. So you can see this is one of the very, very unique organization, and I'm very happy to say again that tremendous amount of productivity, both in terms of scientific publications and technology development, has come out of this. And I think we should thank our Honorable Minister for coming over here on this momentous occasion. I think a red letter day for us. And I think we should all celebrate successes of each other. That's the best way to collaborate and move further ahead. And BRIC actually provides you that agenda, so that I think you used yesterday, you had a very wonderful talk by THSCI director, which institution focused on human health. And this institution is focused on animal health. And I think combining together will really create a world-class facilities and world-class technologies that are for the future of the country. Thank you again, all of you, and my best wishes to again.
Thank you, sir. I now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly do the honors for the public release of technologies developed at BRIC-NIAB. These innovations address critical challenges in the Indian livestock sector, and what makes this moment especially significant is that they were all developed with generous support from the Department of Biotechnology. The first technology is BRUDIVA, developed by Dr. Girish Radhakrishnan and team, a diagnostic ELISA kit that distinguishes infected animals from vaccinated ones, greatly aiding in the control of brucellosis. The next technology is Udder Care, a kit for detection of mastitis and assessment of milk quality in dairy animals, developed by Dr. Pankaj Suman and team. Following this is CureCheck, a rapid on-site antimicrobial testing kit developed by Dr. Pankaj Suman and team. The next kit is called Toxo Antibody Rapid Test for detection of Toxoplasma gondii infection. This kit has been developed by Dr. Abhijit Deshmukh and team. And finally, we present RapidCheck's JENS1 antigen rapid test kit for the detection of Japanese encephalitis virus, developed by Dr. Sonu Gandhi and team.
When the market you must publicize it more. So more buyers are there.
I would now like to invite livestock farmers, the primary beneficiaries of these technologies, for an interaction with our Honorable Minister. So it is my great honor to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Dr. Jitendra Singh, Union Minister of State, Independent Charge of the Ministry of Science and Technology, Minister of State, Independent Charge of the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Minister of State in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Minister of State in the Department of Atomic Energy, and Minister of State in the Department of Space, is a distinguished diabetologist and endocrinologist of international repute, known for his outstanding contributions to clinical medicine, research, and social activism. Hailing from a remote village in Jammu and Kashmir, Dr. Singh's journey has been one of dedication, resilience, and service. He voluntarily resigned from his government post as a professor of medicine and endocrinology to devote himself fully to public service and social impact. As a prominent national spokesperson and thought leader, he has significantly contributed to raising public health awareness. He has authored 5 books, including the bestseller Diabetes Made Easy, and has written over 5,000 published articles. His pioneering work on stress-induced diabetes among Kashmiri migrants received recognition from the World Health Organization. Among his many accolades are the prestigious Jamna Devi Gyan Devi Journalism Award and a gold medal for oration from Jitendra, Pondicherry. Dr. Singh is widely respected for his integrity, intellect, and selfless service. Under his visionary leadership, India's scientific research and innovation ecosystem has seen remarkable growth with a strong focus on making it.
No, it was very kind of you, but it was becoming a little embarrassing. So I think all of us know each other very well. So we are happy to tell about each other. Glad to be here with the Secretary Biotechnology at DG, BRIC, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Dr. Tarun Sharma, the directors who joined us for this program, students, and most of all the farmers, because that's what I've been insisting all over wherever I go, that we must have the stakeholders report so that they know what is being done. And till about a few years back, we were not actually used to this kind of a practice. And when we started up, we had one of the CSIR labs, which was also dedicated to this kind of a work, which was closely related to the farmers. And the first time when I said you must invite a group of farmers if you want me to be there, and then I said let them first do the entire talking, and then we'll talk, and let us find out from them what they think about us and this institute. So they came out with very funny observations. Some of them said we used to pass by, we would see the gate, we never looked back because we thought something out of the world happening there. Some said we were told that they dissect frogs, guinea pigs, do all kind of nonsense inside, some dingy scientists. And there was another young man, he said कि हमें तो ये भी बताया गया कि रात को यहाँ भूत नाचते हैं. So the point is not that we have to publicize what we are doing. The point is that we should be able to reach out to them who actually need us and for whom we are working day and night. Otherwise, it's all futile if you are trying to bring ease of work for those for whom you are working. And therefore, I'm glad to be here and also glad to be in this assorted audience, as Rajesh was rightly mentioning, and also Dr. Tarun Sharma. I had planned to be here earlier, but something or the else would come up because I'm virtually traveling 5 days in a week, left, right, north, south, from here going straight to south, north. So I then very thoughtfully we chose this day because with the assumption that Raksha Bandhan is not as prevalent in south as it is in north. So we thought instead of disturbing the colleagues over there, we would be spending the day here. But nevertheless, I think it's been for me actually, it's always a learning experience. And I'm sure the NIABians, those who are already part of the faculty or those who are the students would have the esteem to realize that what you are creating are the futuristic assets of India. And in other words, you are contributing to the making of future-ready India, because that's going to the future. And I'm glad the entire Department of Biotechnology under the leadership of Rajesh Gokhale is also contributing to that future-ready position. We'll not be lagging behind when tomorrow the turnover happens, a new chapter begins, because as is being opined all over the world, the next industrial revolution is going to be biotechnology driven, and there's going to be a shift of economy also from the manufacturing to the regenerative and the genetic processes. And when that happens, at least we would have already initiated ourselves into it, unlike what was happening till a few years ago. And for that, I think I am sure Dr. Gokhale would bear me out. We also owe a lot much to the political leadership today, particularly Prime Minister Modi, before whom Rajesh made a series of presentations one after the other on this Bio-E3 policy. And because it was something which usually the political leaderships don't own up in priority, but the Prime Minister was personally convinced. He actually explained to the other colleagues of his that this is something which is going to have relevance tomorrow, even if it doesn't sound very attractive or very comprehensible today. And so what I'm trying to say is that we had all the talent, but that kind of enabling support has now started coming from the policymakers. So this is one of the best times happening, and that's why we are ahead of others now. Even as I said, the world enters into this area, we would have already entered. And then we have created we tried to create an ecosystem where we have this Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Very recently announced the 1 lakh crore fund for R&D or RDI with the special focus on private industry. And so as we move on from rank 4 economy to 3, 2, and then 1, so value addition is going to come from these gentlemen and gentle ladies sitting in this room, because this is one area which remains relatively unexplored. Because when all the other areas, most of the concentration last 20 years, 30 years has been in IT and other areas. So you have a huge, huge opportunity. As Rajesh was mentioning, I've always been talking about integrating the whole of science, whole of government, whole of society, whole of nation. So you can see that over here. But you also integrated the animal, the plant world. And to be more appropriate, actually, biotechnology department has the unique distinction of integrating the plant world with the animal world and the human world. So all of them coming in the same roof, in the same lab, and trying to supplement each other's resources, each other's assets, which was, I think, the whole world saw it, and at least I go around beating drum about that some of the most glamorous experiments performed by Shubhanshu Shukla up there in the ISS were contributed through kits from the Department of Biotechnology. And therefore, in the right spirit of what Prime Minister says, Vishwa Bandhu Bharat. So there was an Indian doing experiments with the kits provided by the Department of Biotechnology and providing the benefit of the results of it to the rest of the humanity. And to that extent, I think we are also among the first. I think that was also a unique idea. We have formally entered into an MOU with the Department of Space. Because just as you have today, Shubhanshu performing experiments related to plants, related to seedlings, etc., tomorrow you might be having, and of course, life sciences, biogenesis, etc. So you might have a separate genre called space medicine or space physician. And you might be asked, along with those 4 scientists, you might be also seeking to send one of these space physicians over there when they are staying there for long. And there too, again, the biotechnologists would have a role to contribute. And therefore, you can foresee the grand role awaiting institutes like NIAB. And as far as the releases today are concerned, is going to be making a new beginning in the agriculture sector. We already have about 18% contribution to GDP, but which tends to be increased because more than 60% of the workforce of India is getting its livelihood from this sector. So I think these releases, if I can put it in my words, would be starting a new phase of animal-based agriculture productivity, or maybe what is sometimes being fancifully described as evergreen revolution. So we have seen green revolution happening, but the evergreen revolution will herald from here. And already there has been impetus even in the right departments like agriculture, etc., on agriculture research. And the statistics indicate that 1 rupee spent on agriculture research is yielding benefits to the tune of rupees 13 or so. So all these 4 kits, as I was saying, I'm glad that you have had an industry linkage right from the beginning. Otherwise, it would have gone back to the lab. And in fact, I have been advocating that you have industry linkage right from day one. Most of the other success stories which have emanated from the Department of Biotechnology were successful because they had industry linkage right from the beginning. Whether it was vaccine, you had a company in place already ready to do it. Whether it was that antibiotic called nephropycin, you had a pharma house already there. Whether it was that gene trial, you already had Christian Medical College coming forward. So I'm glad that at least, that's why each time I was asking who's the industry partner. And now it is up to them to give it a wider publicity in the social media to the stakeholders through the mediums which are now reaching out. And you know that, which are those mediums. So whether it's brucellosis, whether it's mastitis kit, whether it's antimicrobial or the toxoplasmosis, because all these disorders may be happening, but the farmers are not aware, or the livestock maintainers, the owners may not be aware that there is, some of them may not be aware that this is a disease happening at all. They would just see the mortality happening or the animal passing away for whatever reason, for as a God's will. But they would not be able to make out what is. And some of them who do make out do not know how to handle it, how to manage it, and are not aware that there could be a diagnosis for that or therapeutic options. So I think we need to work harder because we are dealing with the animal world and the plant world. So it's more to their stakeholders. And I have to compliment Dr. Taru Sharma because in her tenure, India is going to get the first ever animal stem cell biobank. And I hope for the media persons, whoever are there, this should be carry home message, because that's what makes the news, that we are entering into this. Because we did have in the human stem cell such facilities, but hardly, I think, any as far as the animal cells are concerned. And of course, I also have to compliment you. All of us saw the foundation of the new residential complex happening for rupees 22 crore. And therefore, as I said, I can see your best is yet to come. The best of NIAB is yet to come. The best of biotechnology is yet to come. The best of India is yet to come. And that will happen very soon, rather sooner than later. So thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite livestock farmers for an interaction with our Honorable Minister. Yeah.
If you open it to all,
Good evening, sir.
if you open it to all, then some of the students may turn into farmers by the end of this program. So that is also one of the art purposes. And some of the farmers, vice versa, may turn students, they may like to learn some more techniques from you.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ashok Kumar. I am from come to Yadgiri. सर हम NIB में एक प्रोजेक्ट में काम करते हैं सर, और गरीबों को फार्मर्स को बकरियों को मैस्टिटिस का प्रॉब्लम देख कर सर उधर से NIB में वो NIB में मैस्टिटिस डिक्लेरेशन किट का वो बना है सर, वो गरीब फार्मर्स का वो मैस्टिटिस का प्रॉब्लम किट देने को बोले है सर, एंड
उसमें ऐसा करो ना, आप अपने आजू बाजू में जो बाकी फार्मर्स हैं उनको इकट्ठा करके ये बताओ कि बहुत से लोगों को पता नहीं होगा ना। है, क्या नाम आपका?
सर अशोक कुमार सर।
अशोक जी, आपके आजू बाजू में जो किसान हैं फार्मर, उनमें से किसी को बहुतों को पता नहीं है ये क्या है।
हाँ सर।
तो उनको आप इकट्ठा करके बनाओ, तो उनके लीडर बन जाओ।
ठीक है सर।
है ना?
गुड आफ्टरनून सर। हम भारतीय एग्रो इंडस्ट्रीज फाउंडेशन बाइफ के एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से आए सर। हम तेलंगाना रंगारेड्डी डिस्ट्रिक्ट तालकोंडापल्ली मंडल से आए सर। हम वो एरिया में कौ के लिए आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन का हम सेंटर रखे। एक्चुअली हमारा बाइफ से उधर सेंटर चलाते सर, फार्मर्स के लिए डोर स्टेप ये सर्विस सर। एक्चुअली उधर एक विलेज से 4000 5000 लीटर मिल्क हिल है सर। उधर HF, जर्सी, साहिवाल, गिर, ओंगोल सब ब्रीड इज अवेलेबल सर। उधर क्या है सर, एक्चुअली ज्यादा से ज्यादा HF जर्सी में ये हमारा क्या बोल मैस्टिटिस का बहुत दिक्कत हो रहा है सर, क्योंकि वो आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए हमारा टेक्नीशियंस को थोड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा है, इसलिए फार्मर को भी दिक्कत हो रहा है। वो क्वालिटी मिल्क आने का बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है सर। इसलिए ये हमारा NIB का और भाई हमारा पंकज सुमन सर से और हमारा ये दोनों डॉक्टर साहब से हम डिस्कशन हो गए सर, और फील्ड में भी आ गए सर। ये इससे फार्मर को बहुत अच्छा से ये होता है सर, क्योंकि क्वालिटी मिल्क आना है, और एक मैसेज से एनिमल बहुत दिक्कत हो रहा है सर, और एक रिपीट ब्रीडिंग का भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। इसलिए हम आपसे डायरेक्ट बात करने का हमारा ये मौका मिला है। इसलिए सब हमारा फार्मर के तरफ से, क्योंकि तालाकोंडापल्ली मंडल से और रंगारेड्डी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हम हमारा फार्मर्स है थोड़ा, क्योंकि वो हिंदी में नहीं बोल सकते सर, इसलिए हम यहाँ बोलने का मौका मिला है। वो फार्मर्स के लिए एक किट NIB से फार्मर को सभी को मिलना चाहिए, और एक इसके बारे में उसको ये करना चाहिए सर। ये हमारा विनंती है सर।
ये जो डॉक्टर्स हैं उनको आप ले जाए वहां पे, यू कैन कंडक्ट अ वर्कशॉप। ये हमारे जो हैं कंसर्न इसमें, आर दे तेलुगु स्पीकिंग? नो। हाँ, तो दे कैन डू। हाँ, करेंगे जी।
हाँ सर,
आपकी बात मान ली,
क्योंकि हमारा वेरी वेरी रिक्वेस्ट पर, और क्योंकि इंडिया
वैसे तो सरकार में रिक्वेस्ट भेजने के लिए चिट्ठी लिखना पड़ता, फिर वो DM को देना, DM डिविजनल कमिश्नर को देता, वो सेक्रेटरी को देता, फिर वो ऊपर जाता, जब तक वो गुम हो जाता। यहाँ देखो आपका इमीडिएट अप्रूवल हो गया कि वो आएंगे।
थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू।
प्रोग्राम के बाद आप मैम से डेट जो होगा कन्वीनियंट फिक्स कर लेना, ठीक है?
यस सर, थैंक यू।
Hello sir, good evening sir. I am Farooq, my technician बाइफ इंडस्ट्री से टेक्नीशियन यही करता हूँ। अभी तक हमारे सर बोल दिए, अब वो एरिया में मिल्क प्रोडक्शन बहुत है, और दूध वगैरह 2-3 गाँव में मंडल से भी बहुत पॉपुलेशन है, और और लिक्कत क्या है बोले तो, और मर्सिडीज और ये पदू आप बोलते तेलुगु में, मर्सिडीज से हर किसान बहुत परेशान में है। और जो क्या रहा उसका जानकारी सही नहीं है, उसके लिए बहुत कुछ पैसे लगा दे रहे किसान। और क्या है उस उनके लिए फैसिलिटीज से कम खर्चे में, और जो जो किसान 2 गाय 3 गाय रहे उनको, और क्या हो रहा बोले तो मर्सिडीज प्रॉब्लम से उन्होंने बहुत मिल्क नहीं आ सक रहा, और मिल्क से उन्होंने डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो सक रहे, और जितना भी मेडिसिन लगा दे रहे और उनको दिक्कत नहीं हो रही तो कम ही नहीं हो जा रहे। इसलिए उनके लिए जरा कम खर्चे में और वो अच्छी फैसिलिटीज में छोड़ा खर्चा कम से वो उपयोग करे तो अच्छा बात है बोल के हमारी विनती है। और कैसा है बोल हम तो आए सो एरिया में से सब दूध बहुत आने वाला है, मिल्क बहुत आता वो जो रंगारेड्डी डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, केशमपेट तलकोंडापल्ली मंडल, वैसे बाइफ टेक्नीशियन से हमारे सर बुला ले गए। अभी तक बात करें तो हमारे नरेंद्र रेड्डी सर है, और इसलिए और हमारे को बोलने क्या है मस्टिस बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो गया सर दूध के लिए, वो इसलिए अब दूध कम आ रहने से आप ये जो भी किट है जो अवेलेबल है और फार्मर की जरा कम खर्चे से उनके पास पहुंचाने से हमारे
तो
बहुत
अच्छी
बहुत
बात है।
शुक्रिया। हाँ
मैडम का
शुक्रिया।
थैंक्स करो।
हाँ, thank you.
ये इज द प्रेवलेंस ऑफ mastitis more over here comparatively?
सर MPL सर
Detection facility is not available everywhere, so that's why you are able to pick up also.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Amit, working as a PhD student in NIAB. And first of all, I would like to congratulate NIABians and thank you to you and the ministry and secretary for especially launching the kit of brucellosis detection, and also for toxoplasma, which are more prevalent in India, and such kits don't exist here. And really thankful for that. And my question to you is, as PhD students, all of us are looking towards future technologies, and India being the third largest economy now, we would be happy to contribute to push it towards the second and challenge even the first country. So what do you think we as PhD students should work on future technologies, especially related to agriculture and animal health? Thank you.
Just follow what Rajesh Gokhla is telling you. He is already into futuristic. All these initiatives are very futuristic, including the Bio E3 policy. Now we are in the process of even setting up Bio E3 cells in each of the states, so that the states also get to know what the importance of it is. And all this is futuristic, as I said. So I don't have to tell you, but you have to ask yourself, what is your area of interest? Whether you are into regenerative technology or genes, then into plants or life sciences or animals. So you make a choice depending upon your taste and aptitude, and then the technologies are there. Digital health. Yeah, they also, yeah, you have digital health options also. Now that is a huge new area now emerging as a telemedicine itself. In fact, we have now started hybrid also. In my concept, the only MP who's doing that. We are running a mobile. Yeah, that's a. We are actually. He's asking me. The secretary who's chairing this session has asked me to explain this to you. No, in my constituency, we've done an experiment of mobile tele-clinic, which is rather hybrid. Right? So we pick up clusters of villages, 30, 40 villages, and spend about 3 months each. That clinic consists of all the facility for carrying out all the diagnostic tests. It is linked to some of the leading hospitals. I think one in Hyderabad, one in Bangalore, like that, one in Ahmedabad. And in that, you have one physical doctor who's just an undergraduate. He just takes down the history. Then he connects to the artificial doctor, AI doctor on the screen. She's a lady. She speaks in the language that you speak. So if you speak in Telugu, she speaks better Telugu. So I was telling my colleagues, I said, this itself is a placebo effect. Dr. Karti, being a clinician, will understand. Half of the patients get well by simply talking to her, because she talks in the chaste dialect, the chaste lingo, which even they don't talk at their homes. So we have, in fact, that is better than Bharatjan. This, Bharatjan is actually that Ganesh was asking me to connect so that they could also take over. So, and then within 30 minutes, they get all the investigations done, including the cardiogram, etc. Then they link up to the concerned super specialist, and the prescription is furnished in a matter of 30, 40, maximum 50 minutes. So which otherwise in a corporate hospital will take several thousands for such consultation, and maybe 2-3 weeks for an appointment itself. So, but we are doing it as a philanthropy through CSR. But it's also a very big lucrative startup avenue, entrepreneurship. I think each cycle costs about 60-70 lakh, nearly 1 crore. So these boys are making big money. There two sets of one of them is a health startup group, and the other one is a IT group. Incidentally, from Hyderabad, the IT group is. So they're all young girls and boys in their 20s. So these are new areas emerging actually of livelihood and lucrative entrepreneurship also. And same can be replicated even in animal sciences with growing awareness and facility. But we need to propagate actually, because the people don't know that these are the new options. So they will not ask unless you make them ask. The eye see what the mind knows. That is the proverb. So unless the mind knows, they will not come. If they get to know, then they will come looking for you. So that's why I was asking the industry, because the industry people have a higher stake. You have to get the money back. They will get their salary automatically, whether the product runs or not, isn't it? Both the industry friends are laughing because they know that is true. तो इनको तो अपना salary मिल जाएगा, आपको कैसे मिलेगा? So the more you put in, the more is the return, and the two supplement each other.
Just the way the sir has said, actually, I think the opportunities are at the intersection and convergence of technologies, actually. I mean, similarly, there are about 3 million buffaloes and cattle at what we have in the country, and their health needs to be tacked out, actually. So if you integrate this whole mechanism, which BIF already has done in part, actually, with buffaloes, I am aware of that, actually. I mean, you could, in fact, provide diagnostic solutions for them to be able to, reach out to them faster, to be able to look at the imaging data and be able to take up the analysis as sir is doing for his constituency. You can see the impact there, actually. It's quite amazing. People then themselves try and reach out to you, actually, to figure out, because they get what you want. And this is really the future of digital health, what an Indian country like India would really require, that kind of scale up of activities. So all the exciting science that you do in the lab can in fact reach out to people very, very amazing way in using all these methods and mechanisms. Thank you.
This is one part of it, preserving your animal reservoir, the animals. So the other part is creating alternatives to this through regenerative means. We already have that startup group from Bengaluru, which is producing this animal-free milk. They have now started exporting also. So parallelly, that is also picking up. Because as the world grows, you have shortage of natural resources, even shortage of land. So that is going to be, incidentally, this BioE3 policy also includes that. So if you biomanufacturing, and we are already number 12 in biomanufacturing, India Pacific. India Pacific is third, otherwise. So that is also another emerging area for youngsters. Animal-free milk, animal-free mutton. You can have non-vegetarian for vegetarian. You can put up a board to sell. Industry can do that. Non-vegetarian restaurant for vegetarians. ऐसे display करो. देखिए.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Dr. Jitendra Sharma to kindly felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh.
Animals you are working on.
I would also request ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Rajesh Gokhale. To conclude today's proceedings, I would now like to invite Mr. Harjeet Singh, Senior Manager NIAB, to the dais for the vote of thanks.
So it's with the profound respect and immense gratitude that I stand before you today to extend the formal vote of thanks on behalf of National Institute of Animal Biotechnology, Hyderabad. So at the very outset, I wish to express our deepest sense of gratitude to Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Minister of State, Independent Charge for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences. So, sir, ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੋਭਾ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਥੋੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਮਲਾਰ Sir, your continued patronage and inspiring vision for scientific innovation and its role in national development are a beacon for all of us in the scientific community. Your kind words and encouraging address have not only added gravitas to this event, but have also reaffirmed our shared commitment to Viksit Bharat through indigenous technologies and translational research. I also take this opportunity to sincerely thank Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Secretary DBT, DG BRIC, for his unwavering support, strategic leadership, and insightful guidance. Sir, your efforts in strengthening India's biotechnology ecosystem are deeply appreciated, and we remain committed to advancing these visions at NIAB. Our heartfelt appreciation is also extended to Director Madam of NIAB for her dynamic leadership, thoughtful direction, and continued support that have been instrumental in conceptualizing and executing today's program with such meticulous excellence. I would also like to place on record our sincere thanks to the scientific, technical, and administrative staff of NIAB, whose dedicated efforts and professional contributions have ensured the smooth and successful execution of this event. My special acknowledgement is due to our engineering service, security, information technology division, and all other support staff who have contributed for this event. We are also deeply appreciative of the vibrant presence and enthusiastic participation of the student community, which are the backbone of this institute. A note of sincere gratitude is extended to the event organizing committee who has taken all the pain for organizing this. I would like to thank the farmers who have traveled from different locations to this place for the event. Special thanks to friends from the media. So in conclusion, I thank each one of you who contributed in diverse ways, directly and indirectly, to the success of this significant event. May I now request to kindly stand up for the Rashtriya Gaan, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you very much. Please take your seat until VIP guest departs, please.
All are requested to come forward for photo. Farmers first.